Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Just waiting till I get a couple of viewers. Hello. Hello, everybody in the Rich Girl Don't Cry group. How's everybody doing today? I'm trying to pull myself up on YouTube. I'm not going to even worry about it. But how's everybody doing today? I just want you to come on in the comments, say hello to me if you're there. So, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to go ahead and get started. And what we're talking about today is, let me turn this off. I don't understand what's going on here, so I'm not going to worry about it. But what we're talking about on today, we're going to talk about getting our goals together in 2024. And so, as young entrepreneurs and those that is in business, any type of business, really, we really want to start getting our businesses in order. And for the most part, corporate America or people that's in business has already started their goal setting for the next year. They started it in October. And so we're already almost like a month behind getting ready for the new year, getting ready for 2024. And so what I have today is a couple of things that I want to talk to you about concerning getting our businesses in order, concerning, getting your goals in order. And it's so detriment to your business that we do have goals set up. We should have yearly goals, but then even as you have the yearly goals, then you should already have your weekly and monthly goals that's inside of the yearly goals, right? So just make sure that we have these yearly goals set up. Yes, you're going to come back to them. You probably have to tweak them here and there, but you do want to start in doing your yearly goals. But what I would suggest, even before this year is out, that what you want to do before the year is out, you want to go back and assess. I would get, your go back to your online bank statement, pull your bank statements down, and get, I guess, July, August, September, no, August, September, and October bank statements together and see exactly what where you spent money in your business. How much did you spend on products? How much did you spend on rent? How much did you spend paying the help? What did you do? And exactly how much did you spend? Exactly how much did you make? You always want, and then that's going to give you like somewhat a clear picture on what your next year is going to look like. But you do want to get those things in line. Okay. And that's something that you should do even before the end of the year, is to get your the exact numbers down, to know exactly how much you made. How many of you even know how much you made last week? How much did you spend in product? How much did you retail? How much did you make in tips? You need to have all that in line to know exactly how much you're making every day or how much you're making every week. And so in order to go into the next year, in order to start making plans, you need to make sure that you already know where you are. Okay. And so that's basically what we're going to talk about tonight, is how to start setting up your goals and setting up your pathway for next year. Okay. Because you want to set yourself up for success. Okay. So the first thing we want to talk about when you're setting your goals for 2024, you want to reflect on the past. What do I mean by reflecting on the past? Well, one thing is what I just said about going back to August, September, and October and seeing exactly how much you made, because even now you should be able to say, okay, in the month of November, I know we have Thanksgiving, of course, that's every year. Veterans Day, of course, that's every year. So go back the year before. How much did you make in November? And what happened in November? Exactly, how much you made and what probably could have happened to cause you to make or not make as much as you had budgeted. But you always want to reflect on the past of what you did. And so also when you're reflecting on the past, you want to see what happened last year or this year that was real good and that you want to do it again next year? Did you have like a certain promotion going on and it went extremely well? Where you want to make sure that you have that in your plan for next year. Did you do something and it was a flop? It didn't go so well. Where you want to make sure, you know what, we're not going to waste money on that. And so, whatever you did that really worked for you, you want to make sure that you're implementing that into your goal for next year. Okay. And so we always want to reflect on our past. And so you always want to check the performance to make sure you know what worked well and what could be improved. Okay. And then the next thing we want to do is set smart goals. What are smart goals? Smart goals is you got to be specific, measurable, attainable. It has to be relevant and time bound goals. So you have to always make sure you know you want to be smart goals is just what it says, smart goals. You don't want to do something or set goals and say, okay, I made 10,000 last year, so next year I'm going to make 100,000. That's not smart. You know, it got to be attainable. Okay. And so even if you are planning on making 100,000, okay, well, you got to measure it out. You know exactly what you're going to do to make sure that you can make 100,000 this year. Okay. And so you gotta just you divide it by how many weeks you're working in that week. Okay, how much do I need to make per month? And so if I make that per month, then how much do it does that equal per week? And so you just continue to break that down. If I want to make 100,000, okay, so that's 52 weeks in the year, but I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. So that means I'm only going to work 50 weeks. So in 50 weeks, I need to make $2,000 per week in order to make 100,000 next year, right? So if you're going to make $2,000 in 1 week, then how many clients do you need to make $2,000 in a week? Let's just say for easy numbers, you need 20 clients that's going to pay you $100 each every week for you to make $2,000 per week, for you to make $100,000 that year. Okay, so make sure it's measurable. You know exactly how much you want to make. What does that equal per week? How many clients does that mean that you need to take? Okay, and so that is attainable. Okay, and it's relevant. You can do that, and you know you got to make sure that it's time bound. So that's why we broke it down from the year to the month to the week and to how many clients. Okay, and so we are able to make set smart goals for ourselves. Okay. The next thing, we're going to prioritize our goals. And when we say we're prioritizing our goals, what does that mean? When we prioritize our goals, we're determining which goals are more critical for your success. Do you need to add more clients to your book in order to make that $100,000 per year? Do you need to reset your pricing? You know, what do you need to do to prioritize your goals? What goals are you going to hit first? Okay, you probably got a lot of different goals set up for the year, but what is the main thing that you need to do? And I know for myself, some things I need to do. I cannot more so add more clients because you know this is just what I do. But then there are some other things I want to do. So just make sure that whatever the list of things that you're going to do, make sure you're prioritizing it and doing the important things first. Okay, if you need to remodel your salon, whatever you need to do, you got to make sure it's priority. And but what may I add this? I should have said this in the first during first, but make sure you're writing it down. Don't just say, "Oh, I got goals," and then okay, you have goals, but yet you're not writing them down. You got to make sure you're writing them down because a lot of people have goals. A lot of people say they have goals, but only a small percentage of the people have goals and they write it out. And those that small percentage of people that have goals and write them out, that means that they are the ones that's going to attain these goals. It's really not possible to have goals. It's highly unlikely that you're going to have goals and not writing it out and it's going to come to pass. It usually don't. But if you're looking at those goals every day, it's in writing. You're looking at them every day, and now you're going for it. because you see, okay, I need 20 clients this week. Okay, I only have 5 clients scheduled. What do I need to do to get these other 15 clients in my chair? Okay, and so now you see it every day, and now you know that you have a plan to make sure it's going to happen. Okay, so just make sure that you always prioritizing your goal, and make sure that you know exactly what you need from week to week, from month to month, and by the year. And like I said, you can always go back, and you can always go and tweak the goal. Maybe you want to make $2,500 a week. Maybe you just need $1,000 a week. Whatever you need, you got to make sure that you're setting up the smart goals in order to obtain what you need. But only you know what you need because you're setting up your own goal in your own business. Okay. And now, if you have a team of people, you really want to make sure that you start in October so that you can get them on board before January 2024. Most people, they have a vision party and they doing different things, but they wait until January to write down their goals. But my 2024 declaration, this is what we're going to do. No, in business, you do it in October. You need to be doing it in the last quarter of the previous year so that you can go into the next year successfully. So you need to be setting up your yearly goals in October for that next year. Okay, so yeah, you can have a vision party, but your vision party, y'all gonna come there with your board already completed because you've already had your little your meeting for your team, and you already have your goals set in place. Okay, and so the fourth thing we're going to talk about is establishing your financial goal. Like we just said, how much money do you need to make a year? How much money do you really need to make? But you can only assess that when you go back to the previous year and see exactly how much did you really make? How much did you really make? How much money went into your account? And then how much money came out towards your products, your rent, uh, you're paying for your assistant, your towels, your remodeling. How much money did you make last year? And so when you're establishing your financial goals, you can see that you will be able to tell exactly how much money came in, how much money went out, and then you're able to establish that goal to say, okay, yeah, we did the remodeling last year, but we're not going to have to do that this year. And so now we can use that money to save or to invest it. Okay, so you always want to have established financial goals. How much do you want to save in your business? How much do you want to be able to invest? Are you able to save? Are you able to invest? Or are you just paying down debt? Whatever you need to do, you got to make sure you're going to have that established. Okay? All right. Do anybody have any questions here? We have any questions? Especially in the Rich Girls Don't Cry group. I want to know if you guys have any questions, you ladies have any questions, because I want to make sure that we are hitting the target with you all, because I want to make sure that we are going into 2024 and we're going into it successfully. We're going into it with our goals already laid out, and that there's no excuses for us not to make money, to save money, and to invest money in 2024. And then we're going to even download some tools for you to be able to use to do just that. Okay? Okay, so the next thing we want to do when we are talking about setting up our 2024 goals, we want to, if you have a decent clientele, or even if you don't have a decent clientele, the ones that you do have, you want to be able to retain these clients. So we talk about client retention. What do you need to do for client retention? And remember, we talked about that before. As far as client retention, you want to make sure that we are developing strategies to improve the retention rate. You can have loyalty programs. Remember, we talked about the gold, the platinum, and the bronze type clients. And you want to make sure that you have the loyalty program. And you always, 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 this is always number one, providing customer service, excellent customer service, I should add. And then you have personalized offers. What do you need to do to make sure that you are retaining the clients that you already have? And remember, Happy clients is always going to refer you to their friends and family. And so that is a goal for 2024. And whatever you don't do now, but you know it can improve your customer service, it can improve their visit, make sure you do that. Okay. So that is like number one, the client retention, because that's going to make or break your business. All right. And the next thing is marketing and promotion. Make sure that you're planning your marketing efforts, include the online, the offline strategies to attract new clients. So, of course, we're going to work in the marketing and promotion for the retention of our regular clients, but then you need new clients. So you got to think about marketing and promotion that you need to do to be able to attract new clients. So what do you need to do? And even what are other people doing that is in marketing and promoting? What are they doing to get new clients in? So you got to make sure that you are doing things to continuing to have that open door for new clients to come in. Do you need to take an online class? Do you need to learn how to promote or to market? Whatever you need to do to begin to market your business, make sure that you are doing the marketing. I mean, ongoing marketing. I even talked about in one live, I did talk about, being on the Google search, on Yelp, and on different things like that. And so you got to make sure that your business is visible. Remember, if people don't see your business, they don't even know you're in business if you don't promote it. So you need to always make sure that you're promoting your business. It's ongoing. And sometimes your book can be so packed you can't take any more clients. That does not mean to stop marketing and stop promoting. Always, always, always market and promote your business. Let people know that, yes, it's booked solid now. So you're going to have to make your appointment, 2, 3, 4 months in advance in order to get in. But you know what? It's always something about when you pass by a restaurant and you see the line just out to the street, so they must have some good food, right? Because people are waiting in line to get in there. And so whatever they're waiting in line for, it's obvious it must be good. And that's how you want your book. You want people wait in line to get in your book. Why? Because it must be good if people are waiting in line to get in there. Okay. And so that's why you're going to always market yourself, going to always promote yourself. You will get to a point where you don't have to anymore. But right now, as starting out and making your plan for 2024, you want to make sure that you are marketing yourself. Okay. And the next thing, very important, is to invest in training and development. And we already talked about taking an online class so that you'll learn how to use social media to your advantage. And then you want to invest in training and development, whether it's taking color classes, whether it's taking classes to enhance what you already know. You always want to invest in yourself and for self development to get better, even better at what you do. Also, invest in training. If you need a mentor, you need a coach. Here I am. So just make sure that you are investing in your training, but put that in your budget in the upcoming year. So you already have money set aside or money budgeted for that training, for the coaching services. Okay. And just remember this, and this is something that always helped me. I remember I sought out a mentor when I first started doing hair like 30 years ago. I sought out a mentor because I needed to do what I wanted to be like what I saw them doing something, but I saw them doing, I wanted to do. And so that's why I went and worked under a mentor, because she had already arrived and I needed to see exactly how she arrived. And so I went and set myself up under this mentor to train me in the way what she was doing. And the same thing with coaching. Now, coaches, you don't have to necessarily work under them, or they don't have to train you what they're doing, but coach is going to help push you along the way and make sure that you get from point A to point B. The coach is going to make sure you are pushed and you're propelled. The coaches are more like a propeller, and they're going to make sure that you get to where you want to go. Like if you already have a business plan, so what do you need next and you don't know how to get there, then that's where a coach come in line to show you how to get to the next place. Okay. Now, also, this is a big one, you all. Inventory management. How many of y'all just have so many products? Yes, so many products you probably haven't used in a year. So you want to make sure whatever, and this is that time right now. We already a month behind. So this is November. November, you want to make sure that you getting rid of all that product. Let it go. And then this is somewhat like a spring cleaning. This is the time to go back through your inventory. What worked? What doesn't work? I'm sure it's some product that you probably used. You didn't like it as much. Throw it out. You're not going to use it. You already had it all year and it's still there. That means you're not using it. So you want to always make sure that you know exactly how much product you have and what you need, so that when it comes to buying product, you don't have to continue to buy the same product that you already have or buying more of what didn't work. Yes, just like going to the grocery store without a list and you come back home, now you got 2 boxes of salt, or 2 bags of sugar, so you always want to make sure that you're keeping a good inventory in your salon and you know exactly what you need and don't need. You don't need a lot of product. You just need what you're using. Okay. And don't, I'm going to use it, next month, or I got to have enough to last a month. No, you don't. If it's something that you use all the time, yes, you need enough for the month. But if it's not something that you don't use, then get rid of it. Start spring cleaning in your salon. Take away everything that you don't need, that you're not using. So inventory management is very important because you're going to optimize your inventory by ensuring the right products and supplies are on hand, minimizing excessive stock. You don't need it. Let it go. Don't be a hoarder when it comes to product, okay? All right. And then the next one, this is, what? I guess all of them are important. I'm like, this is just as important, but all of them are so important. This is very important because you want to make sure that you have a scheduling app. A scheduling app helps in the way, say, like if I have a color schedule at 9 o'clock tomorrow, well, then it's going to schedule me out because I can make it the way I need to. So if I have a scheduling app and I have a coloring service, then I'm going to schedule out 2.5 hours, 3 hours for my color. And then, so that means that next person, I can schedule another person that's going to come in an hour and a half after that, while that person is there, because they just probably getting a mold. So if they getting a shampoo and a mold, and they can sit under the dryer while I'm finishing up the coloring service. But see, a scheduling app helps you to gauge your schedule so you won't have a lot of people at one time. Because sometimes if you have a sew in at 9 o'clock, then another sew in at 10:30, then another sew in at 11:30, you're gonna have too many people in your salon, and then after those 3 sew-ins, then you're gonna have a shampoo style. The same thing with your the lash technician. You got a full set. You got to schedule out that time for people to be able to get that one-on-one service from you. Okay, so don't have people coming in like in and out. They can come in and out, but just make sure they're not waiting a long time. As I said before, people waiting in the salon 4, 5, 6 hours, that's 1990 or before. That shouldn't even be named among us in 2000. You are people, you got to respect people's time. Please do not have clients sitting in your salon, all this time and, waiting on you. That's rude. You wouldn't go anywhere when you have to wait 6, 7 hours for free. You waiting and then you're going to have to pay. That's not fair. So we got to make sure that we're able to move clients in and out, in their scheduled time allotted. And so that's why a scheduling app is so important, because then once you start using the scheduling app, you know how long it takes you to do a blow dry. You know how long it takes you to do a full set of lashes, how long it takes you to do a pedicure, manicure. You know how long your services take. And so a scheduling app will help you schedule your clients accordingly to where there's not a lot of people waiting for you. Okay? All right. And then the next thing we're gonna where am I? Okay. Okay, so that was not okay. So number 10. I don't know why I didn't put number 10 down. But anyway, number 10 is we're going to talk about regular review. And like I was saying earlier, just make sure that when we doing a regular review, that make sure that you going back and checking what works, what didn't work. And then when you have to tweak it, and it's okay to tweak it. You see that last January, you made a certain amount, and then it worked because you had a certain amount of clients. But now this January it's not going to work because you don't have that many people working under you, or you don't have an assistant, or whatever happens. Life happens. you know Schedule it in. Whether when you need scheduling a vacation, you need to schedule whatever you need to do. Make sure you're going back and you're reviewing it to make sure everything is going to work for you. There's nothing wrong with going back and tweaking it. Like I said before, it's okay to do that. It's better to do that than not do anything. So it's so important that we do come as salon owners and start a small business owner and start tweaking our business and running our business just like the corporations do. Do you think these big name stores would still be in business if they didn't have a plan for the upcoming year? Well, you wouldn't not going to have a business either if you don't start planning for the upcoming year. And they say when you fail to plan, when you plan you fail to plan, you plan to fail. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So we do not plan on failing. And so that means that we got to be more thoughtful in our upcoming year. Make sure you're writing down, exactly what you're making every day, what's coming in, writing down what's going out, writing down how much you're able to take home, writing everything down. This is your book, and you want to download the QuickBooks. You want to make sure that you have plan in place. And we had young men on here last week, and they was talking about the money management part, where when you're paying your taxes, or buying a house, buying a car, you're making big purchases. You want to always make sure that you have all your financials in order. Okay. And you know what? And it's so much easier when you go into a business and it's organized. You already know what you need. I know, I probably only need 8 clients today. And so when I go in and I have 8 clients, and then somebody want to walk in, I really don't have room. But in case I do end up having enough room, I know I could take another person. But you go in there without a plan, you just, yeah, come on in. And then you have your regular clients sitting in there waiting because you have taken a walk in when you should not have. But always go back in your business and always make sure that you know what works, and whatever works best, work it. When we was in the salon, and we was like 9 girls in the salon, 9 workers, including myself, it was 9 of us. And we knew, I knew, in December, well, each month of the year, if it was somebody's birthday, we had to go out for our birthday luncheon, and then so we had to have money aside for that. But the salon had to pay for our Christmas dinner and our salon appreciation. So that was something that we had to plan as a salon. I had to plan that so that I knew in December, well, I'm going to spend at least $1,000 because I had to pay for their meals. It was 9 of us, and so we had to pay for our meals wherever we went, and usually we went to a nice restaurant. So that money had to be set aside for the month of December. And then we had a client appreciation all in the month of December. And so we had to make sure that we had everything planned out for these different events in the salon. We had the salon anniversary, client appreciation, staff appreciation. We had staff meetings. And so all this has to be planned out in your calendar. Not saying that you have to spend money in each of these occasions, but you do have to be strategic and plan it out. Plan it out in the way that every year you have a salon appreciation. It's not taking you by surprise. If you open in April of 2011, then April 1st of 2023, 2024, you're going to have, a salon appreciation or a client appreciation. Have that planned out. Easter it's in April or the last week of March. Plan it out. Make your plan. Write the vision down. Make it plain, and so you can make sure that when you look at your calendar, you can see exactly what's going to happen in your schedule. Okay, so this makes our life so much easier. It's just like trying to work, and you come to work and everything is on your station, and you can't find the curling iron, you can't find your tweezers for your lashes, you can't find your pedicure brush, you can't, because it's disorganized. And when things are disorganized, it's hard to flow. But when you come and everything is in its place, it's set up for success, that means that you're going to have a great day, you're going to have a great week, and it's going to end up being a great month. And your client's going to be happy, and you're going to be happy because you're going to have so much less stress. And you do want to promote yourself and keep yourself stress-free. And the way you do that is you follow the plan. Follow your plan. If it's not working, that's no problem. Tweak it to where it's going to work. Set your SMART goals. What's measurable? What's attainable? What's realistic? What's going to work for you? You set it up for it to work for you. Everybody's plan is not going to work like yours, and it's fine. That's your business, and you set it up in the way that you need it to go. Okay? So I hope this helped going into 2024. It's going to be a great year, but you got to plan for it to be a great year. And the way you plan for it to be a great year is starting now. You got to start now. So you got to make sure that if you want 2024 to look better than 2023, then you're going to start doing things differently right now to set yourself up for next year. Okay? All right. So you guys, thank you so much. We do have a coaching class coming up, and it's in the month of January. So we're going to start January off hitting it hard, you all. And I do want to work with you all. So we will be posting the information for you to join this coaching class in January. It's Mondays. Every Monday night at 7 p.m. It's going to be a private setting with just those that have paid for the class and myself and others that I invite. But we will have this coaching class, and we're going to pour into you and make sure that your year is starting off right. And just like good coaches do, they want you to be better than they were themselves, okay? And so we're ready to pour into you. So just make sure that you sign up for this coaching class in January, and we will be pouring into you even more so there. But I will be back live just to make sure that we're getting ready for 2024 to set you up for success in 2024. Okay, so thank you all for coming on. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Again, my name is Rhonda Jackson. I'm a salon professional coach, and I want to see you win. Okay, because when you win, we all win. All right, take care and have a great night. Bye-bye.